Hello my cosmic besties and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to take a look at the Taurus season for all the 12 signs, and I'm going to go through each of the 12 signs and do a very short reading for each of the 12 signs. Just look at the general energies and everything which comes up with the signs. So I'm going to pull maybe 2 or 3 tarot cards, as many as it wants to give, because this is the Thoth tarot, and the energy which I feel with this deck is that it is kind of rigid. It is a male energy to me, so I know that is kind of counterintuitive to use when Taurus is such a feminine sign and it's a sign of beauty and pleasure and everything. But then I feel this very much represents that fixed element which is of Taurus. So that is why I have picked this tarot deck to go with this reading, and also because I feel like I have the 2 other elements which Taurus is known for and which Taurus represents, and that is balanced by these 2 oracle decks. So this is the Spirit Animal Oracle deck, and since Taurus is all about nature and connection with the nature, and Taurus is a earth sign, right? So it's very much about the connection with nature, and I feel like most Taurians most Taurians have this deep connection with nature spirits, right? Like you might not feel like you're really motivated or connected, or maybe you don't really love, like having pets is not really your thing, and that's totally fine. But what I have seen for most Taurians is that they love animals, they love animals, and they love the energy of animals. And usually the Taurians who I have who I have met and who I have done readings for, they usually have multiple numbers of animals, animal spirits and spirit guides who are also working alongside them. So it just felt, and I love working with this deck. Okay, the truth of the bottom of the matter is that I love working with this deck, and I feel like it brings in that earth, that naturey element which Taurus is also known for. And this is the Sacred Self-Care Oracle. Some of you might have seen me use this deck for one of the self-care readings, a very short reading which I did for all the 12 signs on this channel. And I feel like this brings in that Venusian aspect of Taurus, which is Venus is the ruling planet of Taurus. So this deck brings in that Venusian energy, and that is why I have this deck as well. So yeah, so we are going to work with these 3 decks, and we're going to go through all the 12 signs, and the timestamps for the videos will be given in the description below. The timestamp for the different signs will be given in the description below, so you can skip ahead to your own sign if you don't want to go through all the 12 signs. You can also go through the 12 signs, but I do recommend you listen to your sun, moon and rising. The sun, because obviously that is your ego, right? And the moon, because that is your emotional self, that's your basic instinct. So usually whenever those signs are activated in the chart, there's a lot of activity happening around those particular realms of your life. And the rising, because excuse me, and the rising, because that is the ascending sign, that is the first sign, and usually that is the best fit for astrological videos. Like, I'm combining tarot with astrology here, but then the first part of what I intend to do is that give you a brief description of which houses it is going to fall into, so that will be based on the rising sign. Thank you for watching, and if you do enjoy pick a card readings, I do have another channel where I do pick a card readings. Feel free to check that out, and that channel will be linked in the description below. Thank you for checking this video, thank you for watching, and I'll see you at your reading. Hello my dear Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising, welcome to your reading. So if you're an Aries rising, then this Taurus season is activating your second house of finance, of possessions, of self-worth and stuff. Okay, this is really the house of money. It's about my money. So what I would advise you on the basis of that is that definitely it's a great month to look into your finances, to look into how you might be spending and how you can allocate those funds better. Are you investing enough? Are you saving enough? Or are you just spending it all, or maybe you're saving it all? So it's really a great month for you to take a look at your second house of finance, how you are using money in your day-to-day life, what what are you doing with your money? And also take a look at your sense of self-worth. How do you feel about, how secure are you in your own image? How secure do you feel in your own shoes? Are there some traumas? Because yes, the Aries season was brutal this year, my dear Aries. The Aries season was very brutal, and well, I'm just glad that we're over that season. Well, not obviously all the lessons are not done, and soon the notes will be shifting to Aries Libra axis, which will again bring up those chapters, those lessons which we might have to learn. But then, coming to this reading, that's something we'll worry about in the future. But right now, it's time for you to relax. It's time for you to take a step back. It's time for you to, that is why you got the signs. That is why you got the signs. So it is time for you to come back into your own center, find your own center, and just, make some logical it's time to be logical with yourself. That's the one thing which I'm getting. It's time for you. Like, I feel like, this last month, obviously, a lot of things were happening, a lot of things were going on in your own mind with the Six of Swords, which also means that there has been a bit of movement, there has been a lot of shifts, but then at the same time, you are able to find your center, you are able to find your core, because this is the card of the signs, the said signs. So I feel like you are able to find a reasoning, you are able to find a middle ground, a calm center. Okay, through all of that, you are able to find a balance within your thoughts, which is amazing. But right now, what Spirit is telling me that you need to do with the Knight of Wands is obviously pursue those dreams, pursue those passions, pursue those goals where you have set those objectives, or just pursue those goals, pursue the things which you want to pursue. It's not time for you to sit back and just, like, it's not time for you to sit back. It's time for you to pursue those goals. It's time for you to pursue and move forward, because, well, you still have Jupiter in your sign for the last few days. Jupiter will be moving out from your sign and will be moving into the sign of Taurus on the 16th of May. So what this means is, wherever Jupiter is, it expands the quality of that sign. So you have this last bit of, I wouldn't say last bit, but like, you have this boost of luck within your sign right now. And with the sun out of your sign, I feel like finally it will be a little less biting. Okay, the bite which you might have experienced in the past, in the last month, or maybe since March of 2023, that will lessen, kind of. But then Chiron is going to stay in your sign for a while, so there are a lot of issues and there are a lot of lessons which we are learning in the sign of Aries, wherever they fall in our chart. But with the sun out of your sign and Jupiter still there for like the last, let's say, last month, yeah, about a month. It's not quite a month, but then the energy lingers for a little while. So it's a great time to start to initiate, because in the future, I see a lot of opportunities. Whatever you initiate right now, a lot of opportunities are going to come your way as a result of these initiations in the future, and which will also bring you a lot of emotional fulfillment, which will also bring you a lot of pleasure, and which will also bring you a lot of happiness and healing, and maybe your desires, you'll see your desires being fulfilled. So with the Six of Swords here, so I'm really getting the sense of how long this gap is going to be is about 6 months. All right, but I would say from about a month to 6 months. So for some of you, because this is generalized readings, so I'm kind of giving you the two spectrums of timing, right? So I feel like it's about in a month to about 6 months. Whatever action you start taking right now, you'll start seeing the fruits, you'll start seeing opportunities line up accordingly in the next 6 months. Okay, so with that, I also have for you your two spirit guides. So you got two. I was only pulling out one, but then two wanted to come out. I was like, okay, fine. All right, of course, you have the Wolf Spirit, and it says turn knowledge into wisdom. What this Wolf Spirit is telling me is that the ideas, the things which you have, all right, like the ideas, the knowledge which you have is well and great. We all need knowledge in order to proceed in life, but then you need to also turn those knowledge into wisdom. If you just sit on the knowledge and not to act, then that knowledge just remains a knowledge, and that doesn't bring in any fruit, right? That doesn't bring in the Knight of Cups, that doesn't bring in any opportunities in the future. So you have to start implementing the things that you know. You have to start implementing your knowledge in your day-to-day life, because when you do that, when you invest in that, the knowledge turns into wisdom. Okay, so it's like I'm almost getting the message that applied knowledge is wisdom. So when you apply the knowledge, it turns into wisdom, and that is the message which I'm getting with the wolf spirit. And with the crown house spirit, it says it's time to let go. So I feel like it's definitely time to let go of some of the things which might be holding you back, because, well, sun right now being in your second house, which I was talking about, and it's also kind of highlighting the eighth house, because the two houses are always connected. Okay, we might feel like they're not connected, but the thing is, it is like yeah, it's like an hourglass. I can't believe that I was forgetting that word. Yeah, it's kind of like an hourglass. So right now, the sun being in your second house, it is also highlighting your eighth house. And eighth house are our fears. They are the things. They are the psychological things, and they're the deep fears and insecurities which hold us back from making progress. So I feel like there are those things. There are some of those fears, some of those insecurities which might be stopping you from acting with those knowledge, which might be stopping you from enacting those knowledge and turning them into wisdom, right? So that's something which is holding you back. So it's really time for you to maybe sit for for some time. But then Aries, you're a very fast paced sign, so I don't worry when I advise you to sit for a while. I am sure that you just sit for a while and not like take it like a month or 2 months like Taurus does. Okay, so spirit is really telling you to sit for a while and then ask yourself what are the things, like be very logical with yourself, be very logical with yourself, be very have a sort of dialogue with yourself. Ask yourself what are the things which might be holding you back at this particular time, and be reasonable with yourself, be logical with yourself. Okay, instead of letting your emotions come into this, let your mind do the work, let your mind do the job. But then also use your intuition is the message which I'm getting with the cross here, right? Also use your intuition, because intuitively you know what is the thing which you have to let go of. So it's time for you to let go of your insecurities. It's time for you to let go of your doubts and work upon implementing that knowledge which you have. And because when you do that, it turns into wisdom. So in order to connect with the Venus energy, which is there currently in this month, and then obviously Venus will be moving into the sign of Cancer, which brings more of that Venusian energy. So you have spent time with your friends, so definitely connect. It's not time for you to just work. Okay, it's time for you to have that balance and also connect with your friends, socialize. Like, with the moon phase, what it's really telling me is that maybe for some of you, you might have been neglecting your friends, you might have been too focused on work. Okay, but then with the moon phases, what this card is telling me is that you have to kind of learn to move with your intuition, do the work which you're doing, but then also at the same time spend time with your friends, spend time with the people who you love to connect with, because that is that is the representation of the Libra sign, which is opposite to your sign. Okay, and the final card which I have for you is movement. So also, like, when it becomes difficult for you to start doing certain things, the first thing which you can start to get that Mars activated, which is also your ruling planet, one of your ruling planets, incorporate that movement in your life. Okay, start exercising, do yoga, or maybe go swimming, or maybe if cardio is your thing, or your strength training is your thing, or hitting the gym is your thing, just do that. Incorporate that movement in your life, because when you start moving your physical body, the energy around you shifts as well, and you're able to bring in those changes which you're trying to bring in much sooner. It's like when we are stuck at a particular place, it's not just that we are stuck mentally, but also at the same time we'll feel stuck physically, we'll feel stuck emotionally, we will feel stuck spiritually. So it can also be you needing to connect with your spiritual side. So whatever comes to your mind whenever you saw this card at the very first instance, it is that. If it's yoga for you, if it is meditation for you, however you connect with your spirit guides, maybe it's tarot reading for you, go ahead and do that. Spend time with your friends, do that. Turn knowledge into wisdom. Let go of the things which are holding you back. It's time for you to move forward, because when you do whatever you act on right now, those things are going to manifest in the future, and you will get the rewards of that in the future. Okay, so that, my dear Aries, was a quick reading for your sign. Thank you for watching. Thank you for giving me your energy. And if you like this video, give this video a like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe for more videos like this. And if you like pick a card readings, I have a May pick a card up on my other channel, and I'll link the video down in the description below. So if you'd like to, feel free to check that out. Thank you for watching. I'll see you the next time. Hello, my dear Taurus, Moon and Rising. Welcome to your reading. So if you're Taurus Rising, or if you're Taurus Sun, this is your season, right? And if you're a Taurus Sun, happy birthday to you all. Let me know if you are Taurus Suns. Leave a comment down below in the comment section. I'm also Taurus Sun. So this season is activating your first house of the self, of your ego, of how you appear to the world, and also how you start working upon the earth, right? That is kind of what I feel with the rising sign. This is how you act. This is how you put yourself forward. This is the first thing which people notice about you. It's the first impressions that you make, right? And the sun moving into your first house, I feel like there's a lot of things, there's a lot of that centering which is happening at this particular time. You're coming to your own center, you're coming to your own core. There's a lot of healing which is happening around your first house. There's a lot of attention on you, and people are noticing you, and it's time for you to notice yourself. It's time for you to notice yourself. And if you have anything which is holding you back, if you have any of those image issues, if you have whatever issues which you have, it's a great time for you to work through those and let them go. Let your insecurities go, because my dear Taurians, you are beautiful and you are very powerful. People might say that you are slow, but you're not. Okay, so let's take a look at the tarot cards which I have picked for you. So you have the Nine of Swords, you have the Queen of Cups, love that, and you have the Aeon card. Okay, so what I see happening for you is that a major cycle of your life is obviously closing, because, well, it's your season, so it's almost like there is this yearly cycle for you which is coming to a close. But then I also feel like there are some other cycles which are also closing for you at this particular time, and you might be able to sense some of those cycles which are closing for you, right? So with the Nine of Swords here is what I feel like maybe a lot of you were going through, or maybe are going through, a lot of anxiety, a lot of tension, a lot of pain in your mental sphere, right? There's a lot of negative thoughts, negative emotions which are surrounding you, which might have been surrounding you. Yeah, that's past energy which was surrounding you, but now it's clearing up. This month it is clearing up. You're coming to your own center. You are recognizing your own strength, you're recognizing your own power, and you're able to calm yourself down. I also feel like you are coming full cycle base. Obviously your first house is getting activated, so it's almost like the sun has moved through all the 12 houses in your chart, and now it is a restart. It is that reset button, right? So things are again changing for you, and at this time you might be feeling very emotional, very sensitive about certain things, but Spirit is telling you that with the Mercury Retrograde which is happening very soon, it's time for you to slow down a bit, connect with your emotions, ask yourself, what is bothering you? What are the things which are bothering you? What were some of those things which were holding you back, which was bothering you? It's time for you to let go of those things, because when you do, you get that emotional clarity. You come into your own core, you come into your own center, and you are able to take your emotions, like you are able to control your emotions, and you are able to find that clarity and find that peace within you. You are able to find that peace within you. And when that happens, I feel like this cycle is also ending. This cycle is closing with the Aeon card here, right? You are coming back. This card is the Judgment equivalent in the Tarot, and what it's telling me is that obviously, as I said, a major chapter of your life is closing, and the choices which you make now, they are going to be very significant. There's going to be a lot of questioning, there's going to be a lot of inner reflection, there's going to be a lot of questioning of your own, of the things, of the way, of the direction in which you're headed and everything. But then at the same time, what Spirit is telling you is that you have, Taurus, you know which choice is the right choice for you. Okay, you my dear Taurians, are not the ones to run away from difficulty. You are not the ones to run away from difficulty. And what spirit is telling me with this particular card here is that obviously you're not running away from difficulty, and you are that questioning of yourself is actually helping you come to terms with your reality, the reality which is available to you at this particular moment. And when you when you come to terms with your own reality, when you come to terms with the cycle which is ending, because if a cycle is ending, another new cycle is beginning at the same time, right? And whatever choices which you make right now, they're going to be very significant. And those choices, whatever choices you make right now, on the basis of that, the next 12 months of your life are also going to kind of arrange themselves. So right now, what the next 12 months is going to be like for you, that is in your own hands. So my dear Taurus, make the right decision. I'm sure you will make the right decision. You know which is the right decision for you. It's time for you to gain that emotional clarity, because when you do that, you're able to make the right decision. So for animal spirit, you have the wolf spirit, and it says turn knowledge into wisdom. And Aries also actually got this card, and I'm going to pull another card for you because this card already came once, and I just want to be sure, like, if there are any other spirit guides who want to show for you. Owl spirit. Okay, love that. Oh my god, what was I telling you about seeing clearly, right? Like connecting with your emotions. But then with the owl spirit showing up, it's also telling you that you have a lot of wisdom. Yes, makes sense now. See, the wolf spirit says turn knowledge into wisdom, and I was just telling this to Aries, that you have a lot of knowledge, right? We know a lot of things, but to me, this sentence is kind of this wolf today is kind of showing up as, and it feels like that wolf is telling me, and it's telling me to tell you that applied knowledge is wisdom. When you don't apply the knowledge, it just stays a knowledge, it just stays as information, it just stays a data. But when you apply that information, when you apply the things which you know, when you apply the things which you're aware of, when you start implementing, when you start with the application of those things in your own life, that changes into wisdom. And when that changes into wisdom, you actually come in terms with the owl spirit. You come in alignment with the owl spirit, which is the spirit which is here to help you with the next phase of your life, the next chapter of your life, the next 12 months until the next solar return. But in order to do that, first you have to apply that knowledge into wisdom. Okay, so spirit is definitely telling you, whatever that thing is which is bothering you, it's time for you to apply the things which you know in that particular set, okay, and come to terms with that reality, because we might hate the reality which is there at this particular moment, but then at the same time, it is your reality, and being annoyed with it and being agitated with it is not going to help it. It's not going to change it. What is going to change it is that when you start applying the knowledge which you have in your own life, and you apply what you know, and that changes into wisdom, and that actually brings you in alignment with the energies which are wanting to come to you. Okay, and the owl spirit showing up is such a beautiful card. I love the owl spirit because in India, I'm from India, and in India, owl is also the vehicle. She's also the spirit bird of the goddess Lakshmi, and Lakshmi is the Lakshmi is the goddess of prosperity, of wealth, of money. So what I'm feeling again is that when you come into alignment, there's a lot of abundance, there's a lot of prosperity which is waiting to come into your life, right? And with Jupiter moving into your sign, isn't that amazing? Like, obviously things are wanting to come into your life, but then it does not come into your life if you're stuck in this particular energy of worry, of doubt, of anxiety, of feeling stuck. When you come into alignment, when you use that knowledge, the things which you know, and you apply them in the proper way, and you know the way, because you are wise, because you are the Queen of Cups, you know what is the best way in which you can apply that. When you apply that, you come into this energy, the spirit bird actually comes to you, and she guides you to the next phase of your life, which holds a lot of prosperity, which holds a lot of abundance. And that is amazing, my dear Taurus. I love that. Okay, also because I'm a Taurus sun. Oops, sorry, I just hit my camera. Okay, so you also have clean your energy field, and this is how you can connect with the Venusian energy, and Venus is the ruling planet of Taurus. So it is telling you to clean your energetic field. So what I feel with this card here is that it's telling you to remove those junk, the things which don't align with you anymore, the things which are kind of dragging you down, to let them go, to take them out of your environment. So it's like dusting those shelves, cleaning out the bookshelves, cleaning out those dust dust particles which might have accumulated at some certain places within your space, within your environment, within your immediate environment. And maybe even, I'm feeling like for some of you it's also changing your clothes, it's also changing your style and wearing the colors which you love to wear, and not because you think that's what makes you look best, but because those colors make you feel confident, those colors make you feel like you shine. And it's almost like you are stepping into this energy of confidence, you're stepping into this energy of where you're just amazed with yourself and you don't care about others' opinions or anything. And this is giving me such Empress energy. I'm in love. Okay, I'm loving this. So clean your surroundings. If they no longer make sense to you, change that. It's time for you to start changing your energy field, because when you clean your environment, when you take the things out which no longer resonate with you, which no longer make sense to you, your energy field clears up, and the abundance, the prosperity which is waiting to come to you, that can come to you. The divine intuition which is waiting to come to you, that it becomes easier for that to come to you. And that actually I'm also feeling like when you clear your environment, the Lakshmi, the goddess Lakshmi, or the owl spirit will also come to you, because, well, they don't like messy places. They don't like cluttered and disorganized spaces. So it's time for you to reset your energetic field, clean them, just maybe move things around a bit. And when you do that thing, you'll feel that, yeah, your energetic field has cleared up. Maybe incorporate some of those colors which make sense to you, which resonate with you at this particular moment. Okay, so yeah, that was it, my dear Taurus. I don't want to I could go on forever, pull more cards, but then I'm going to stop here. If you would like a longer reading, and if you enjoy pick a card readings, I do have a pick a card reading for the month of May, up on my other channel, Cosmic Songs by Anna, where I do pick a card reading. So feel free to check that out. Feel free to check that out. If you enjoy pick a card readings, feel free to check that out. Thank you for watching. If this video resonated with you, to give this video a like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you the next time. Bye. Hello, my dear Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome to your reading. So this transit is happening like this. This month is activating, the Taurus season is activating your 12th house, of the deep consciousness of your subconscious and what you might not have direct access to. This is also the house of spirituality, of the things which are not out on the surface, and things which might not have that much of clarity. This is your psyche, this is your intuition, this is your spirituality, this is your hidden enemies according to traditional astrology, and this is the house of otherworldly stuff. First of all, I'm telling you, this is kind of the time for you of letting go. This is the time for you of letting go of change, because you see, the next month we're going to move into Gemini energy, and that is going to activate your Gemini, right? Your Gemini rising, that is going to activate your Gemini first house. And right now we are at the end of a cycle, we're at the end of a 12-month cycle for you, and with that there's a lot of things which are going out of your life. There's a lot of things which are ending, there are a lot of chapters which are ending, there are a lot of chapters, lot of energies which are coming to a close. So it's a great time for you to reflect on some of the things. What are the changes which happened in your life this last year? Express your gratitude about some of those changes which might have happened, and then start setting those intentions for the new year which is coming to you very soon, right? So with that, let us check your tarot cards. Now I don't always consider reversals, like as you can see there is one card reversed here, but I kind of take it into the context of the reading. So you have the Tower reversed. Okay, so well, the Tower reversed is still the Tower, but I feel like that with the Tower reversed, it's really telling me is that yeah, I'm going to keep it reversed because I feel like there are a lot of things which you are changing by yourself. It is less about the Tower card is the Tower is sorry, the Tower card is the Tower card of change. This is the card of change, and this talks about those changes which are almost fated, those changes which are of the things which are almost not meant to be in our lives. Okay, and it's almost like this card represents if you don't change the things yourself, then you are thrown out of the tower. It's like when the building is cracked and the building is flawed, and the building would break down. So it's like when you know the building is flawed and the building is cracked and the building will fall down sooner rather than later, but then you stay stuck to your environment just because of the sense of comfort that you feel at that particular place. This is not going to last forever, but then you want to hold on to out of love, out of passion, out of comfort for that particular thing. Okay, and with the Tower reversed, I almost feel like you're making those conscious decisions of implementing those change. So it's like you're not waiting until the building breaks down in order to move out of the building. You are making the plans to move out, and maybe you're even moving out of the building by your own discretion. You are taking the change. You're like, okay, I know this building is going to come down, and I'm not going to wait until the last moment and be caught in the middle of it with the building breaking down on top of me. I'm moving out now because I know this is the move which I need to make. So I feel like you're almost making those conscious decisions. You are consciously leaving something behind and moving forward because that is the right choice for you. Okay, but also for some of you, I feel like it's also like you are up leveling spiritually, guys, because that is the 12th house. So for a lot of you, I feel like you're also shedding old skin, and you are stepping into new energy. You are more empowered, you are more connected with your higher self, and you're more connected with the source. That's literally the word which came to my mind. So you are more connected to the source. It's almost like there were some certain things which were holding you back. There were certain things which were holding you back with this 7 of Wands card. There are certain things which were holding you back, but then you realize your own power, and you took your power in your own hand, and that is literally what this card says here with a valor, right? You understood like okay, you are more powerful than everything else, and you can always make certain changes in your life. So that is why you are stepping out of this tower, stepping out of the things which are no longer meant for you, which are no longer aligned for you, and you're stepping out, and you're moving to the next phase of your life, which is also much better, and which is also more abundant and prosperous with the wealth card here. So you also have this. So this is the card which I pulled for the future position, and in the future you have 10 of Disc. Isn't that lovely? Because this is the card of prosperity, this is the card of, and it literally says here wealth. This is the card of material abundance, prosperity, wealth, happiness, security, in all shapes and form. And that is happening because you decided to make those changes, right? And you are stepping out of this building. You're not waiting until until the last moment. You're consciously making those changes, you're consciously making those decisions, because you know only you can control your life. Only you are the master of your life, and you have to do things your way, right? And that is the energy which I'm getting for you. So for your animal spirit cards, I have the Sandpiper spirit, and it says be playful. So bring in some of that joy. You're ending a cycle. Give yourself a pat on your back. You did good with leaving behind the things which are no longer working for you. So spirit wants you to give yourself a pat on your back and sing your own song, because others don't, right? If you don't sing your own song, who will? So again, this is also kind of what the Tower is talking about, right? If you don't sing your own song, who will? Sing your own song. You don't have to sing the songs which others have written. You don't have to keep singing others' songs because they are singing their song. It's time for you to start singing your own song. And it's lovely how you got two bird spirits. So what I'm feeling again for you, and that this Taurus season, it is actually going to be very freeing, very uplifting, very breezy for you. Okay, you are going to really be chill and play and have a lot of fun. Like, you are almost stepping into a very fun energy into your life, where you are singing your own song, you're enjoying, you're making the most of the time which is available to you. It's almost like whatever that devastating news was, or whatever that devastating reality was, you have overcome that in the best possible way. And because you overcame that, you are singing your own song and you are enjoying, you're living your best life at this current moment. Okay, and how to connect with the Venus energy? Movement. So Aries also got this card, so I'm going to pick another card just to be sure that, now obviously movement talks about physical movement, but I feel like this is also that emotional movement which is happening here for you. Be playful and sing your own song energy. Yeah, so the other card which you have is plan a vacation. Maybe you're long overdue a vacation, you are closing a cycle, you did good, you made some great decisions in your life, and a lot of, as a result of that, a lot of security, a lot of material abundance and wealth is going to come into your life. Okay, but then right now it's a great time for you to take a vacation, and that is also going to relax your soul. Okay, maybe go to the places where you wanted to go to, because I feel, you see how her third eye is open here, and there are these two moons. So I'm also feeling for that, for a lot of you, you are kind of activating, that is what I was talking about with the spiritual aspect of this reading, how you're also upgrading spiritually, that travel to those places which call to your soul. And if you cannot physically travel at this time, if that doesn't really make sense to you, it can also be travel within your own mind. Connect with your higher self, connect with the source. It's a great time for you to channel your intuition. It's a great time for you to get connected to your higher self. Meditate, go within to overcome everything. Go within to become this valor card. Go within to come out stronger, smarter, wiser. Okay, and that's literally the message I'm getting for you. Plan a vacation. So if it's not a actual vacation, it can be a spiritual vacation where you just sit and meditate. Even that is a vacation, where maybe you can also astral travel. And yeah, that is the movement energy which I'm getting for you here. Okay, so move. There is that move which you need to make, there is that energetic shift which you need to make. So it's less about the physical body for you and more about the emotional, the spiritual movement. Okay, so that, my dear Geminis, was the reading for you. If this resonated with you, do give this video a like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe for more videos like this. And if you like pick a card readings, I do have the May pick a card reading up on my other channel, so if you would like to check that out, feel free to do so. Thank you for watching. I'll see you the next time. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye. Hello, my dear Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So this season is activating your 11th house of friends, of groups, of society, of your hopes and dreams, about your aspirations, of who you are in the greater reality, who you are in the societal relations, like who you are in your friend group and in your society, what you represent and what are the things that you believe in, etc, etc. So this being activated, what I'm feeling is that for you, like, this is going to be a season of mingling with your friends. This is going to be a highly social period for you. But then with Mercury going retrograde in your 11th house, it can also be that some of those friendships are not that accessible at this particular moment for some time, because Mercury is going backward. Maybe your friend just needs a lot of space. Your friend who you want to desperately connect to wants a lot of their own time and who wants a lot of their inner space. So there is a desire for you to connect with them, but then there is that miscommunication, there is that break which is happening. But then at the same time, I feel like for some of you, it can also be that your friends are reaching out for you, like they are going through some emotional crisis, or they're going through some stress. And Taurus season, right, and there's a lot of activity in the 11th house, so I feel like your friends are also reaching out to you. They have whatever issues they're having in their life right now, you're almost like you're becoming a guide for them, and that is something which I'm intuitively picking up for you. So a lot of your friends are actually coming up. So yeah, even for those friends who don't feel so accessible at this current moment and who might actually want a lot of time for themselves, it's a great time for you to ask them if you can help them in any way. Just push them a bit, and some of them might actually open up. Yeah. Okay, so let's check the tarot cards which you have. So you have the Ace of Cups. Love that. You have the Moon card. Okay. And you have the Knight of Discs. So with the Ace of Cups, I feel like you are coming you, you are coming into your own, like you are filling your own cup. Okay, you are getting a lot of emotional bliss and a lot of emotional pleasure. You are getting a lot of emotional downloads. Okay, your heart chakra is opening up, your heart chakra is being activated, which is again resulting in you reaching out to more friends, which is also leading your friends to reaching to you. And you see how in the Moon card these two figures almost seem like they're coming together. It feels like this card is very crowded. So I feel like, yeah, your social life is peaking at this particular time, definitely. Okay, and this is a very social up for you. You see, with the moon cycles, this is a social up for you. And because of all the emotional downloads which you are having currently, it's almost like you are feeling those emotional downloads are filling your inner cup. Okay, because I know cancers, like if you're a Cancer sun, I feel like a lot of Cancer suns who I have seen are very emotionally closed off. Okay, they don't really are that connected with their emotions. They might feel they're connected with their emotions, but then there is a lot of restriction and there is a lot of focus on things which are not so nice and things which are not so pleasant. Like usually from what I have seen, what I have observed in my own friend circle, is that Cancer suns had to go through a bit of a rough patch of childhood, which also resulted in them closing up their heart chakra, because they feel like if they don't feel the emotions, because that's a lot, right? That's a lot. If they don't feel their emotions, then the emotions don't hurt, right? It's like, if I don't expect, then you can't hurt me. So it's that kind of feeling which I'm getting, is that kind of thing which I'm getting. But then at the same time, that is why Cancers are called so moody, because you are not that in touch with your own emotions. You're not looking into the core of your emotions. But then I feel like at this particular time, there's a lot of downloads, emotional downloads which is happening. Your heart chakra is actually opening up. Some of those barriers are actually melting away, and you're feeling more emotionally fulfilled. You're feeling more emotionally fulfilled. Yeah, emotionally full. And you are, a lot of happiness and bliss is also coming to you, which is why your friends are also reaching out to you. Because if your own cup is low, you are not able to fill the cups of your friends. So right now, the friend circle being very activated also kind of has something to do with your emotional cup being so full. So your friends are reaching out to you. Your friends want you with them in this phase which they are going through. They're like coming to you and they're really enjoying the high. Okay, you might be feeling a lot of emotional bliss and pleasantness at this time. And with the Knight of Discs, what I'm feeling is that because of all this, you're going to start working towards some of those goals which you might be holding back on. There's some of those shields which are actually going down. Yeah, because I feel like this is less of a prosperity card here, and this is more of you bringing down that shield. Like, this is a much deeper topic, and this is a very deep subject, and I'll do an entire video on this at some time. But then I feel like right now it's time for you to enjoy the niceties which are coming into your life. It's time for you to enjoy whatever is coming, because your shields are down. Okay, your walls around your heart, they're down. Okay, they are down, and you're actually standing and enjoying. You're actually feeling your emotions, and that is going to bring you a lot of bliss and happiness. And that's why your friends are also drawn to you at this particular time. Oh my god, what was I telling you? Swan spirit, time to dive deep. I love how synchronicities happen. I love how things just line up. And the Canary spirit says, sing your own song, because, and I think Gemini also got this card. Yeah, so if you might also have some prominent Gemini placements in your chart. Just a message which I'm getting. Okay, And what I told Gemini was this: sing your own song, because if you don't, who will? But I almost feel like for you, it's about you opening your heart chakra, and you letting out some of those pain and emotions which you are holding back, which you are holding in your own heart, okay, which hurt, those emotions which hurt, and those emotions which you don't want to feel. It's time for you to talk to someone about them. It's a great time to seek a therapist. It's a great time to talk to a professional, or just maybe consult someone who you can trust, okay? Because a lot of things are happening in your 11th house, and for some reason that is also activating your heart chakra for whatever reason. But it's a great thing. It's a great thing that this is happening, because it means that there is an outlet, there is growth, there is healing which can happen. Whenever things, painful stuff are coming up, it means that there's that potential of growth, there's that potential of shedding those old skins and stepping into a new beautiful spirit, and into the new swan spirit. I love how beautiful this card is, okay? And the swan spirit says it's time for a deep dive. What was I telling you? That is basically what I was telling you about the emotions, okay? It's time for you to look into your emotions. It's time for you maybe to even talk to your friends, the friends who want to come, who are coming to you with their own problems, but then you tell them like, listen, these are also some of the things which I'm going through. Because it's not just about giving them, it's about you also taking back what you need, okay? It's about that mutual support, it's about give and take, it's about equal exchange of energy. Because if you're just giving in a situation, then your cup is not being filled, your cup will be hollowed out. So someone also has to give to you. And for you right now, it's a great time for you to talk to people. It's a great time for you to open your heart chakra and connect with your social groups, connect with your friends, connect with the people who you trust, and let out those pains and the hurt which are there in your own heart, okay? And oh my, wasn't I just telling you this? Spend time with your friends. Okay, I'm going to pull another card, because this card did show up for Aries as well. And I don't know, I just want to make sure that, I mean, of course, it's a great time for you to spend time with your friends, because 11th house being activated and stuff. And I'm feeling this card, connect with your womb. Ouch. Okay, if you all have a womb, if you have a uterus, okay, and if you have a uterus, then one message which is coming to me is that for a lot of you, there could be some hurts. Like, you guys might be having a lot of cramps during your menstruation cycle, and it's because there are some of those hurt and pain which you are actually holding in your own womb, okay? So it's a great time for you to connect with your womb and dive deep. And what is deeper than that? Yeah, the heart chakra is deep, but even that is deep. That is the center of creation. Right? And if you don't have a womb, that's fine as well, because what it's telling me here, like, womb is the place where things are created. But I'm feeling for your particular sign, and what your cards are telling me here is that womb is the space where you're holding a lot of those emotions which hurt. And I feel like, this is what I was talking about with Cancer. I feel like how you have seen crabs, right? Like how they have this exterior shell, but then the shell is supposed to be exterior, it is not supposed to be interior. But I feel like a lot of Cancers, what happens is that due to their life experiences and due to the things which they experience in their own life, a lot of them actually bring that shell within, and they create this inner barrier within themselves, which stops them from feeling their own emotions, and which makes them moody and stuff, because they are not connected with their energy. So if you feel like this is resonating, this message was definitely meant to find you at this particular time. And with that, I close this reading. Spend time with your friends, open your heart chakra, share your pain, because in singing your own song, the pain is reduced, okay? The heart chakra is opened, and you're able to come out better, stronger, more powerful, okay? If you enjoy longer readings, and if you enjoy pick a card readings, I do have another pick a card reading on the month of May up on my other channel, and I'll link that video in the description below, so feel free to check that out. And if you like this video, if this resonated with you, do give this video a like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you the next time. Bye. Hello my dear Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising. So this this season is activating your 10th house of career, of public image, and your public persona. What's out there is the highest point in your chart. It's where you are. It's how you want to be seen. It's the energy which you want to exude there, right? So this is activating your 10th house of career. So I feel like there is a lot of changes, right? There's a lot of things which are changing. There's a lot of firsts. There's a lot of firsts. Yeah, there's a lot of changes which you're implementing in your career field. There's a lot of changes which you're making. Maybe you're changing how you appear. Maybe you're changing how you look. Okay, and maybe you are changing your jobs. Maybe you're getting involved in other pursuits, getting involved in other professions. Maybe you're starting a side business or something, but there's this newness which is coming with the 10th house activation, especially with Jupiter moving into your 10th house. Like, Jupiter will be moving into your 10th house very soon, and for some reason that message wanted to come through. Like, I didn't touch Jupiter with any of the other signs because that's a year long cycle. That's a year-long cycle, and I'll make another video on that because it's a year-long cycle and it deserves its own video. But for you, I felt like this is very significant. So whatever changes you're making at this particular time, they are going to bring you a lot of abundance. They are going to bring you a lot of bliss, of prosperity. But you have to be sure that the changes which you are making, the new things which you are starting, are in alignment with you. That's actually what your heart desires, and not something which you think which you need to do. Okay, that's not something which you think you need to do, but something which you want to do, something which speaks to you, and something which resonates with you deep within. Check the cards which I have already got for you. So you have the Mayors. I love that. Oh my god. Okay, you have the 9 of Pentacles. Love. Oh my god, you have the 3 of Discs. OMG. Oh wow. So my dear Leos, at this particular time, you are definitely stepping into your power. You are definitely stepping into that magician self. You're definitely stepping into that alignment, which is why I was talking about alignment. Yes, you are stepping into that alignment. You're stepping into your own power, and you're realizing your own potential. It's almost like you're connecting to the source, and you're like, yes, I am connected to the source, and that is why I can create anything which I aspire to create. I can bring into life whatever the things which I want to make, because there is nothing which is stopping me. I have universe on my side, and I'm channeling the universe, and that is why I can create whatever I want. And I have and it's almost feeling like that. Yeah, wow, it's a very powerful energy which you're stepping into currently this Taurus season. Okay, so it's telling you that. Okay, sorry, I had to grab a glass of water because I was parched. Okay, so again, I was parched. Okay, I feel like you're almost thirsty to get into action. You're almost thirsty to get into motion and do the things that you want to do. Create the things that you want to create. It's almost like you are... Okay, where previously you might have felt like you don't have the resources, you don't have the time, you don't have the tools, you need a lot of things in order to move forward with your plans, and where you might just have been procrastinating in the past. Now, it's almost like you are realizing that, yeah, whatever I have is enough. I have everything which I need to create the things which I want to create, set in motion the things which I want to set in motion. Okay, and it's almost like nothing changed in your reality, nothing changed in your physical reality, but you stepped into your power, where previously you were using something as an excuse, and where maybe you were like not motivated. Now you are motivated, and that is the thing which is aligning. That is the thing which is aligning you with the divine spark, and that is bringing you in alignment with the divine creation, with the divine creativity. And that is why you're stepping into your own power, and you are like, yeah, I have enough. I have all the things which I need to get started at this particular moment, and I know whatever I need in the future, those things are going to be provided to me, as and when I require them. Okay, I might not have everything which I'll need in order to see the finished item, the finished goal, but nothing is stopping me from starting. Nothing is stopping me from starting the things which I want to start, because I know, like this flying mat, whatever I require in the future, whatever I want in the future, whatever I need in the future, they're going to appear to me, because I am the manifester. I am the master manifester, and I'm creating the life of my dreams. Period. It's that kind of swag which I'm feeling. Okay, like there is no, you're not taking no from the universe. You are connected with the source, and because of that, the universe is actually responding. Because of that, universe is actually responding to your energy at this particular time. And whatever you're starting at this particular time, okay, that's going to bring you a lot of prosperity, a lot of abundance, a lot of growth, material growth, growth in reputation, growth in your public image, right? You're going to grow exponentially as a result of the things which you're starting at this particular moment. But then you have to remember, and this I feel is sort of like the advice, to do the things in alignment. Okay, do not do when you feel out of an alignment, when you feel dead, when you feel tired. It's okay to be tired. It's okay to be tired. It's okay to need to rest a while. Do that. Do your rest, but that rest shouldn't become a rest forever. Do the things have to be done in a very balanced way, but at the same time, remember that you're connected to the source and you are co-creating with the universal forces. You're not just creating on your own, you're creating with the universal force of creation. It's almost like you are using the I'm from India, so Vishnu is coming to my mind, and Vishnu is the element of Vishnu is the preserver, and Brahma is the creator. So Vishnu is coming to my mind. So I feel like you're creating with a lot of love, you're creating with a lot of care, and as a result of that, the thing which you're creating at this particular time, that is growing. That's almost like it's expanding. And obviously with Jupiter is moving into your 10th house, how could I forget? Obviously the things which you're starting at this particular time, they are luck, like they have that golden touch, they have the Midas touch at this particular time. Love that for you, my dear Leos. Okay, for your animal spirits, you have canary spirits. Sing your own song, do your own thing, do your own thing. And this bird showed up in the last 2 signs as well, but they had very different message for each of the signs. So for you, it's definitely saying do your own thing, because whatever you're doing, you see how it's lining up with this energy of the makers, with this magician energy. It is lining up. If they are almost they're of the same color and they have the same background, right? Sing your own song, because you are connected to the divine spark of creation. You are connected to that divine source of creation, and whatever you do, whatever you desire, whatever you send out at this particular time, whatever song you sing, they almost have that Midas touch which I was talking about. And frog spirit, clear out the clutter. I mean, I know it says clear out the clutter, but I'm almost getting the message of taking a leap, because you know the frog jumps from places to places, and that's the image which came to my mind as soon as I saw this frog spirit. And it's telling me to jump, to take a leap of faith. The things which you want to start is the best time to start. It's the best time to start them, because you are in alignment. You are in alignment with the divine spark of creation. Take a chance, take that leap, because that's what the universe has planned for you. And also clear the clutter, since this message is there. So I'm just going to address it in a bit. Clear the clutter. I feel like this is again talking about the doubts which you might be having. Like, you know that you're connected to the source, and whatever you're creating at this particular time, they have that Midas touch. But then at the back of the mind, sometimes those thoughts come and stab us, like, but am I good enough? So spirit is telling you that yes, you are good enough. Believe in your own abilities, believe in your own power. Whatever you're creating, whatever you're channeling at this particular time, they have that Midas touch. Jupiter is on your side. What else do you need? Okay, so you have look to the stars. Okay, interesting. Of course. Okay, then you have flow like water. Yes, and you have energy work. I didn't realize that you got 3 cards, but they almost jumped out of the deck. Okay, so look to the stars again. I feel like this is very much the magician energy, which is coming forth for you. Okay, this is telling you that look to the stars, you're connected to the source, you're connected to the divine spark, you're connected to the universal force of creation at this particular time, and learn to flow like water. You see how like when this is kind of flowing, flow like water, because when you flow like water, when you flow like water, you are able to make the changes, you're able to make changes, be swift, be quick with your decisions and the things which you need to do, right? It's like you can change stuff on the go when things are going wrong, when you feel like, oh, like you have to, let's say you have to make 10 or 50 cupcakes for this client, and then you're running out of time, and you feel like you can only make 30. But then when you bring in that resistance, and you're constantly worried about the time which you have, when you're constantly worried about that oh my god, I only have like 30 minutes left, how am I going to finish like all the 50 cupcakes, you are only focusing on the lack of time, and which is why that expands, and that feels shorter, it feels like you are running out of time, and then you start panicking and you start messing things up and stuff. But when you get into alignment, when you flow like water, you are like, okay, I only have 30 minutes left, how can I do this thing best in that 30 minutes? What can I do? How can I delegate? What can I ask someone for help? So it's like when you flow like water, when you know what to do, what is the right decision to make, instead of being too rigid about certain things, you have to start moving like water. You have to be adaptable to the changes, to the things which come up. Okay, and then you have energy work. So because of what you're doing, you have to focus on your energy. You have to focus on that you are, first of all, not being too drained, secondly, that you're aligned, that you're in alignment, because you're creating this amazing thing, and it has that Midas touch to it, but then it doesn't work as well, and you cannot flow like water when you are not connected to spirit. So definitely take some time meditating, take some time connecting with that divine spark, take some time connecting with your higher self. If you feel out of alignment, take some time to feel and get back into alignment. Okay, so that, my dear Leos, was your reading. Wow, such an amazing energy. If you like this video, do give this video a like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe for more videos like this. And if you like pick a card readings, I have another pick a card reading up on my other channel, and the link to that will be listed in the description below. Feel free to check that out if you would like to. Thank you for watching. I'll see you the next time. Hello my dear Virgo sun, moon and rising. So if you're Virgo sun, moon or rising, this Taurus season is activating your 9th house of knowledge, of higher knowledge, of spirituality, of long distance travel, and higher education. I already said that, but yeah, so at this time you might find that you are very interested in acquiring more knowledge. Like maybe you're researching a lot more, maybe you are researching new topics, maybe new topics are coming to your life, and you suddenly have this interest to learn more and more about them, right? Or with the Mercury retrograde happening through your 9th house, you might also find that you're going back to some of those interests which you had in the past, and maybe which you were not able to follow up. Something maybe which might have come into your life for like a month or so, or maybe for a few days, and then you just never had the time or the space or the energy to research or learn more about that, right? And at this time you might be going back to those things, and you might find that you are getting more interested in relearning, in learning more about that topic which briefly appeared in your life before. For some of you, it might also be finally deciding, or you are suddenly deciding to pursue higher education. Maybe you are applying for new colleges, or maybe you are getting accepted into some new colleges, because different countries have this different timelines of when this college acceptances are done. It's definitely a focus on the area of knowledge and travel. Some of you might also be traveling. You might suddenly find that, oh, suddenly going on a long distance vacation or a trip, or that might even be to look at some university, right? Like one of those, like when you have a tour of the university, so you might even be going long distance for a college tour. Okay, so let's check the cards which I have for you. So you have the Prince of Swords, you have the Five of Swords, a lot of swords energy, you have the Princess of Swords. Okay, so this month I definitely see you being very focused in your mental realms, right? With your intellect, with your intellectual pursuits, with your intellectual interest. You, as I said, a lot of things, a lot of new things might be coming up at this particular time, and you are clear. I almost see you clearing up some of those mental hindrances. Like before, it could be like some skill which you started learning before and you thought that you couldn't learn more about it, that you just didn't have the patience, or maybe you just didn't have that neck to pick those things up. But right now, at this time, I see that you're finally letting go of those thoughts of doubt, of self-doubt, that you cannot do this thing, or that you cannot ace math. For some reason math is coming to my mind. Okay, that you cannot be very good at math, that you cannot conquer math, or math is something which you cannot dive deep into, or any subject. Like it could be a really difficult subject, or a subject which is very difficult to you in the past, and now you might find that you are delving deeper and going deeper than ever before into that subject. Some of you might even be going through a bit of anxiety, right? Here's the central card here is the Five of Swords. So there's a bit of anxiety, there's a bit of anxiousness which is coming up at during this time. But then at the same time, I also see you clearing up. I also see you clearing out those anxieties. Okay, you're learning through the process. You're learning through the process. It's almost like you're up leveling spiritually and mentally and intellectually, right? You are reaching those higher levels of consciousness. You're reaching those higher levels of intellectual consciousness and abilities, and things are becoming more clearer for you. You're taking charge in the mental realms. Okay, very interesting. Let us take a look at your animal spirits for the month ahead. So you have the antelope spirit. Life is speeding up. Love that. And you have the panther spirit. Reclaim your power. Interesting. So that definitely makes sense with this here. So there is definitely that. I'm feeling like it's very intellectual pursuit. You're going deeper into your mind and you're pursuing your dreams, yes, but it's also, I see a lot of believing happening in yourself. You are stepping into your power with this panther spirit here. And I have a very interesting story to share. So I have a cat, I have a black cat, and we call him Panther. So basically, at our neighbor's house, they have some really ferocious dogs, and they are those kind of dogs who just cannot stand cats. They would see a cat in their boundary and they would go attack the cats. So normally we try to keep them apart, but then you know how sneaky cats can be. So one day we literally saw Panther crossing the boundary and going up to one of the dogs, and he just slapped him. He went and he slapped the dog, and the dog was too stunned to even react. And then obviously Panther just fled the scene. So this here just reminded me of that story. Life is speeding up. Like he was so fast, he was faster than the dogs could process what is happening. And because of his color and his size and everything, the dogs were like, okay. And there were 3 dogs. So it was not just one, and the other 2 were just watching, and the biggest one got slapped. And he just came back. He slapped the dog and he came back. So I definitely am seeing that kind of energy here, that you're stepping into your power. You're not scared of standing up for yourself. You're not scared of pursuing your dreams, of going after your dreams and pursuing those things which you thought were maybe not possible for you. Pursuing those dreams. Maybe someone told you like you cannot do this or you cannot do that, and where previously you might have believed them, now I definitely see you stepping into your own power and reclaiming your power. And you're like, okay, this is my life and I'm the decision maker of my life. I decide what I can do and cannot do. Okay, so there is definitely that clarity coming along. Love that. Okay, you have the energy work, aligning the chakras. Interesting. And you have connect with crystals. Okay, so if you love crystals, if you have worked with crystals before, or if you love working with crystals, then spirit is telling you reconnect with your crystals. Maybe you have been neglecting them, because I was definitely getting a very spiritual vibe from this pile. And again, of course, this is activating your 9th house of spirituality, of higher realms, of education, of higher education, of long distance travels. It's the things which are not so accessible. It's the things which are a little far. And even our spirituality is a bit far, right? It's not in the same 3D as a physical body is, and we have to reach there. So with the connect with crystals, I'm definitely feeling it's asking you to sit with your crystals. If you have crystals, if you don't have crystals, or crystal work is not something which speaks to you, You can try meditating, you can try other things, you can also connect to earth, spend some time out in the nature, because you see, like, everything here, it's very outdoorsy. This Princess of Swords, she's out. The Prince of Swords, he's also out, right? And the Panther and Antelope Spirit, obviously, they are out. They are very extroverted expressions of energy. And with the connect with crystals, I'm definitely getting that it's asking you to maybe connect with nature. It's not about connecting with your friends, it's not about socializing, it's about connecting with nature, connecting with your divine feminine. And because I'm feeling that when you do that, you will gain a lot of clarity. Okay, you can also do some energy work, so crystal healing or reiki or a chakra balancing. If that's something which speaks to you, definitely go for it. Even yoga is really good for balancing of the chakras, and even any form of workout, because what happens is that it activates your basic chakra, and automatically a lot of energy, lot of diseased energies get cleared up in the body when we are working out, when we are sweating. Okay, because with that, this anxiety, that is how you get over this anxiety which you might be feeling, and coming to clarity, coming to stepping into that power, stepping into that self-belief, and where you'll be able to, so even that, when your chakras are balanced, even when your life is moving very rapidly, you will you will have that feeling of calm, you'll have that feeling of power, and you'll have that feeling of certainty within you, because you yourself are balanced. Okay, so that, my dear Virgos, was your reading. If this resonated, to give this video a like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe for more videos like this. And if you enjoy longer form of content, then I have a may pick a card up on my other channel, so I'll link that video down in the description below. So if you would love to, feel free to check it out. Thank you for watching. I'll see you the next time. Hello, my dear Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome to your reading. So if you're Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising, then this Taurus season is activating your 8th house of death and regeneration, of enemies, of ancestral death, of karmic debts, of other people's money and inheritances and stuff. So there's a lot. Okay, so this house being activated, there could be some of those feelings, some of those fears which might be creeping up at this point. There could be some of those insecurities which are coming up at this point, particularly since Mercury is going retrograde. Some of those insecurities with our self-worth, some of those insecurities with who we are and who we are to others, and where we stand in this world, where we stand in other people's lives and in our relationships. Because the 8th house is the second house from the 7th house, which means it's the things which are related to 7th house. So where you stand in relationships. So a few of you might even be going through some relationship tug of power struggles. Yeah, power struggles. But where there is a retrograde, I also feel that it's very promising, because it means that through those power struggles, through those issues which might be creeping up at this time, you can only find resolution, you can only find growth and regeneration. This is the house of death and transformation and regeneration. Death is never permanent, right? Death is just a transformation of one state of being to the next state of being. Like, even when our body dies, our soul does not die. The soul moves on to the next phase, to the next whatever the thing is which comes next. Okay, now obviously this just talks about the rebirth theory, but so basically what I'm saying here is that if any issues are creeping up at this particular time, it is also very promising, because it means that there is a chance, there is an opportunity to find resolution and to find stability and to find that sense of security within ourselves at this particular time. Okay, so let's check what your cards are talking about. So you have lust. Oh wow, I mean, this is also the house of sex, just saying. Knight of Swords and the Nine of Discs. So in the 10th tarot, the last card is the Strength card, and it talks about going deep within ourselves and finding our fears, what our fears are, and showing them the light. Because when we show our fears, the dark corners which are within ourselves, the light, the fears melt away. It's like the shadows fall away. You can see the creature here, the lady here, she's coming up from under the earth, and she is casting light here on the surface, and there's snake-like creatures or whatever these things are, they are falling away, they're going away from the light. So there is that transcendence of energy which is happening here. Okay, So I definitely feel like at this particular time, you are, as I said, going down, going deep within yourself and finding what those insecurities are about and clearing out those insecurities, because the knights march to battle, right? They have that honorary position, and you got two knights, you see, so they have that honorary position of marching to battle. They lead other soldiers, and they lead soldiers through a war. So what I'm basically getting here is that there is that going deep within yourself, as I was saying, and battling those insecurities, battling those feelings of lack, those feelings of not being good enough, those feelings of not having enough, those feelings of insecurity, of self doubt, of insecurities in general. Because you see how the Knight of this here, this in particular here is very much your energy, I feel, at this particular month. You see how how the horse here has actually seen all the abundance which is around, right? The horse has seen all the abundance, the horse has seen all the abundance which is around it, but the Knight is looking at a distance. The Knight is all, it almost feels like the Knight is daydreaming, and it almost feels like the Knight cannot see what is available here in the present and what is available right here in this reality, right? And it almost feels like the Knight is daydreaming and looking, wondering, like, oh, I guess the grass is greener on the other side, right? I'm definitely getting that sort of energy, like, oh, I wish, I wonder, that sort of feeling which I'm getting with this card. So what this is telling me, my dear Libras, is that look, right now, at this particular time, it's time for you to engage. It's time for you to engage with your surroundings. It's time for you to engage with the feelings which are around you. Okay? The feelings, the insecurities, the fears, whatever is creeping up at this particular time, it's time for you to dive deep within those feelings. It's time for you to go head first into those things and find why you might be having some of those insecurities. What could be some childhood experiences which you had which led you to having these insecurities? Because I know most Libras go through this relationship issues in their life, like their sense of balance and relationships, and not feeling valued enough, and not feeling that the relationship is good enough, and codependency and stuff. There's a lot of stuff which generally comes up with this. But my dear Libras, if you're watching this reading, it's definitely telling you that you got this. You can go within yourself and find those things which are trapped underneath, the insecurities, the doubts, the fears which are trapped within you, and ask yourself, why are you holding on to them? Why are you holding on to this feeling of lack? Why are you holding on to this feeling of not having enough, right? Because in this context, Spirit is really telling you to look deep into this thing, look deep into whatever is coming up at this particular time, especially with Mercury going retrograde. Is definitely going to highlight those things. And soon Jupiter is also going to move to your of eighth house of death and regeneration and stuff, right? So there will again be, if you don't work through those issues, there will again be a highlight, focus on those issues. You will find that more of those issues are coming up and creeping up. And I don't mean to scare you. This is just meant to be a guidance. Like, if those things are coming up, whatever is coming up at this particular time, it's time for you to work through those things. It means that you need to work through those things and not avoid them, and not wonder, like, okay, what if, or look at the other side of the grass. Because yeah, the grass might be greener on the other side, but you have the grass here first. You have to tend to the grass here before you can go to the other side, if that makes sense. Okay, so for your animal spirits, you have the bobcat spirit. Life is a mystery. Love that. It's so beautiful. And you have the seahorse spirit, watch and wait. 5 and 3 adds up to 8, and the bobcat spirit also has the number 8. So, and this is your 8th house of death and regeneration. Like, come on, like, I didn't plan it out. I don't plan these things out, but it's just miraculous how aligned it is to your energy. So basically what it's telling you is that life is a mystery. You never know why things work a certain way, or why you might have had to go through certain experiences, live through certain experiences. Everyone has different experiences, and everyone has to go through different things in their lives based on what their soul chose to work through in this particular lifetime, in their particular lifetime. And for whatever reason, and you might not be you might not be privy to that information right now, but trust that your soul chose this particular 8th card. In the thought tarot is the 11th card, but in the in the traditional tarot is the 8th card. So 8 can be a very significant number to you, and also it's the 8th house we're talking about, right? So 8 can be a very significant number for you. Maybe that's your birthday, maybe that's your lucky number, or maybe you have been seeing a lot of 8s at this particular time. So spirit is definitely telling you to work upon those things which are hidden, which are trapped in your 8th house of fears and stuff, because when you do that, things clear up and you're going to bring in much more of abundance and prosperity, which normally comes with Jupiter, because the 8th house is also the house which is opposite to the 2nd house of money, of self-worth, of prosperity, of abundance, of my money, right? I mean your money when I'm talking about your house. When you do that, the energy shifts and you are able to channelize that energy better. You're able to implement that energy better, and as a result of that, you gain prosperity. And also, side note, a lot of you might also be coming sudden inheritances. Well, not right now, but since Jupiter is moving into your 8th house, you might suddenly find that there is some distant relative or someone who named an estate after you, who left you some money, and that's totally unexpected. That's definitely a message you wanted to come through. So you have drink tea and you have sweet treat, and I love this energy for you, my dear Libras, because you are such a tender sign. I love that you're so sensual and you're so soft, and there is this beauty about you, and I love that. I love the energy of Librans. So with the drink tea and the sweet treat, so these are the cards which I have pulled for how you can balance that Venus energy which is there, which is being focused at this particular time. With the drink tea and the sweet treat, spirit is telling you to do the things which you love doing. Treat that inner child. Yes, treat that inner child. If in the past you were scolded for having too many cupcakes because you're gaining fat, you know what, is the time to have those cupcakes. Is the time to do all the things which you wanted to do, which your inner child might have yearned to do but couldn't do because the adults in your life wouldn't let you do those things, or you didn't have the freedom. So spirit is definitely telling you to pamper yourself, because when you do that, healing also happens. Okay, so that, my dear Librans, was your reading. If you like this video, if this resonated with you, to give this video a like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe for more videos like this. And if you like longer form content, then I have a May pick a card up on my other channel, so feel free to check that out, and the link to that video will be given in the description below. Thank you for watching. I'll see you the next time. Bye. Hello my dear Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising. So this Taurus season is activating your 7th house of relationships, of partnership. Love that. Okay, but this is also opposite your 1st house, right? So there is that need to balance your relationship with your person. How much are you giving to your relationships, and how much are you keeping for yourself? Are you putting too much of energy into your 7th house? Are you giving too much into your 7th house? Are you investing everything into your 7th house and keeping nothing for yourself? Because we need to maintain that balance, okay? Especially with Mercury going retrograde in the sign of Taurus, that is your 7th house. It's definitely telling you to put an emphasis to remember to maintain that balance between the 1st house and the 7th house, because the 2 houses needs to be balanced. Because if you're only giving in relationship, then you're not nourishing, you're not watering your own soul. Okay, you also need to be able to take. It's not just about giving, it's also about taking. A relationship or a partnership is about equal give and take. It's not about just one-sided give or just one-sided take. It has to be balanced, because if it is not balanced, then problems surely will arise. Okay, so let us check what your tarot cards are telling us. So you have the Priestess. Love that. Magus. Okay, so you have 2 major arcana card. Come on. I mean, I'm not surprised, since you are the sign which are in natural opposition to Taurus, and since Taurus is getting activated at this particular time, your sign is also getting activated, and the lunar eclipse is definitely happening in your sign on the 5th of May. So there's definitely that theme. So I'm not surprised that you have such major activity happening in your life right now. So you see, with the Priestess and the Magus and the Art card, I'm definitely getting that theme of needing to balance these 2 energies. Okay, you see, the Art card is the card of balance. The Art card is that card of alchemy. She's mixing fire with water, and we both know, like we all know, that those 2 elements don't mix together. Fire, if there's too much of fire, then and less of water, then the water will just become steam and go away. If there's more of water and less of fire, then the water will extinguish the fire. But when there's this balance, and that is the interesting, that is the alchemy of it, when there's just that right balance, when there's just that right balance, you're able to have both those things. She's putting water and she's also putting fire into this cauldron, and they are being changed, they are being transformed as a result of that. The elements are getting transformed because there is that balance, there is that balance of things. Okay, so with the Magus and the Priestess, I'm definitely getting that theme, that same theme of balancing. I'm not even surprised, and it's definitely feeling like the Magus is definitely very much that male energy. Okay, and the Priestess is the female energy. So this two together is telling me that need to balance your feminine and your masculine side. Okay, that's need to find that balance within yourself. Okay, and I feel like this is basically the story which these two cards are telling you. So the Priestess is the card of intuition, is the card of divine intuition, and the Priestess is connected to the source. And the Priestess does not have to use her eyes to see the reality of things. She just knows, she just picks up on the energies. So there is that sublime energy, and this really talks to me about the Scorpio energy as well, because you guys have that Scorpios, you my dear Scorpios, have that ability to be that intuitive. You have the ability to look at a person and be able to know who they are, exactly how they are. It's very much Sherlock Holmes vibe. Okay, so it's about when you see that person and your intuition telling you who that person is or how that person is, whether that person is a liar or he is a honest person. And I just talked about this thing because this lies and honesty is a theme which I have seen creep up in the life of my Scorpio friends again and again and again and again. There's this trust issues, and there is this faithfulness, there are trust issues and faithfulness and betrayal, and with that, through that experience, I feel like Scorpios get to learn that life is not just about black and white. There are a lot of in-betweens, which is again the card of art. There's a lot of in-between. So you really have to find that balance, because I know Scorpios are very deal with extremes. And I know, my dear Scorpios, you have heard this too many times to count, but Spirit is telling you that right now is not the time for you to engage in extremes. It's the time for you to focus on finding that balance between your first house and your seventh house. It's not about you putting your all into relationships, because again, I have seen so many of my Scorpio friends do just that. And it's not about taking everything, just being there and just asking for everything and continuously taking. Again, I don't think that is your energy, but I just wanted to put it out there. So I feel like there is this need for you to not lose yourself in your relationships. Okay, this month, do not lose yourself in this relationship, because if you are giving too much into your seventh house of partnership, of relationships, then your partner actually might get frustrated. Your partner might actually feel suffocated, and your partner might want to draw back. And I'm just talking about the relationship angle here, because that is what is speaking to me here today. Okay, when you give too much of attention, or you are also asking for too much of attention from just your partner, and you are wanting to be fulfilled by your partner continuously, that takes away the element of balance and puts too much of pressure on one person. You are not responsible for anyone else's happiness, and no one is responsible for your happiness. It's time for you to find the balance within yourself. Okay, do not rely on others to fulfill your own inner cup. You have to be the one to fill your own inner cup first. Sorry, I know that might be a little harsh, but Spirit really wanted to give you this message. So you have the Peacock Spirit, let it shine. Love that. And you have the Cat Spirit, claim your independence. Yes. So what this Peacock Spirit is telling me is that right now is the time for you to shine. Be who you are, show yourself at your own truest and your own brightest light. Okay, because the peacock, and this is the male peacock, the peacock is not afraid of showing all its beautiful feathers. It struts, it shows its beauty, it shows who it is in its truest sense, and it's not afraid, and it does not dim its light down. And the Cat Spirit is very unique in its own way, won't you agree? Like the cat spirit, like cats are the spirits of independence, and you know that cats are the spirit of independence. Like cats are dependent on their humans, yes, definitely, but then at the same time it's not like you can take the cat out of the cat, right? It still maintains its independence. It's not as dependent on humans as, let's say, dogs are. It's not codependent, yes, dependent, but then it's not codependent. And I feel like spirit is giving you kind of the same message with the cat spirit here, that maintain your independence. You are who you are, and you are beautiful as you are. Don't dim your light just so that others may shine. Don't expect too much. Like, it's great to be in a loving relationship, but then again there has to be that balance. You cannot be solely focused in your relationship. You also have to find that balance, find that power on your own, and be ready and be willing to stand on your own. And that's how you ascend to the other levels of Scorpio, right? Because if you know, in the evolution of Scorpio, there is the Scorpio, there is the eagle, there is the phoenix. So the phoenix is like the highest expression of Scorpios, and it's interesting that Scorpios have so many different evolutionary steps. So spirit is definitely telling you to step into your own power, and you don't do that if you give your power away to your partnership, to your relationships. You have to keep your power and be in a relationship where it is mutually, where the love is flowing to and fro, where it's not just one-sided. Okay, I'm droning on too long about this, I know. So you also have hydrate, and you have health checkup. So, well, I'm not a medical professional, and I don't believe in doing medical readings, but then since this came up, get a health checkup done if you have not done it for a very long time. And if you find that you're having some issues in some particular part of your body, or wherever, if you're feeling that discomfort, wherever, get it checked up, because it's better to get catted sooner than later, right? And with hydrate, I'm definitely getting that it's time for you to nurture your own soul, definitely, but also hydrate, drink a lot of water, and spend some time by the water. Okay, surround yourself with water, and you can spend some time by a fountain, by the pool. You can go for a swim, because you are also a water element. So definitely remember to nourish yourself, to surround yourself with that water. Maybe that's just what your soul needs right now, in order to find that balance, in order to find that hydration. And it's not just about you hydrating your body, it's also about you hydrating your soul, but also your body, since the health checkup card also did come up. So if you find that you're not drinking enough water, drink more water. Okay, so that, my dear Scorpios, was your reading. If you like this video, if this resonated with you, do give this video a like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe for more videos like this. And if you enjoy longer form of content, then I do have a pick a card on the month of May up on my other channel, and I'll link that video down in the description below. Thank you for watching. I'll see you the next time. Bye. Hello, my dear Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So, if you're Sagittarius Rising, then this Taurus season is activating your sixth house of health, of pets, of work, of daily routines and stuff. Okay, it's very daily. It's about your routine. It's about what you do on a daily basis. So, with Taurus season, and with Taurus being the sign on your sixth house, it's telling me that maybe it's time for you to relook and to take a look into your daily routine. Okay, is it arranged? Is it totally balanced, or is there some balancing which needs to do, or do you not have a routine at all? Because Taurus love is a creature of habit. Taurians love routine. Taurus loves doing the same thing over and over again. It's really about consistency. Okay, and I know that is not your energy. You being a Sagittarius Sun, Moon, or Rising, that is so not your energy. You love chaos, you love craziness, you love not having a schedule altogether. But your daily life, your personal life, and your health would definitely improve if you set a routine and are willing to follow that routine. Okay, unless you have Uranus in your sixth house, then you definitely need to spice it up every few days or something. But if you don't have Uranus in your sixth house, definitely focus on creating that routine, creating that health routine. Maybe doing a workout every day, or the sort of workouts you do, having a workout routine focused on your diet, on your health, on maybe even go for medical checkups or something if you have not been on a medical checkup for long. And yeah, definitely there is definitely that focus on your day-to-day activities. And Mercury going retrograde in your sixth house is again telling me that there could be some changes. It's almost like Mercury is going through your house and looking at the things which are not doing well, which are not following a pattern, which are not helping you or serving you in the long run. So those things, those issues might be coming up, creeping up at this particular time, and you might have to go through those issues, and you might have to rectify. And it's like almost getting a minor injury because you are not careful about something, and now you have to take care of your knee or your leg or something. And that's just an example which came to my mind. So let's take a look at the tarot cards which I have for you. So you have Lust. Another pile also had this card. You have the Ace of Swords. Love that. You have Prince of Wands. Yeah, so there's this fire energy. There's a lot of fire energy in your 6th house right now. So with the sun being in your 6th house, it's definitely asking you to find that clarity in your 6th house. Okay, it's asking you to form that routine. It's asking you to rearrange how your daily life works, which is what I was telling you about. And then go forward with a new way, and also incorporate some activity. I'm definitely feeling that quickness. I'm definitely feeling that need to incorporate some daily maybe workout routine in your life. Have that time, a particular set of time set up aside just for daily workouts, whether it's going to the gym, whether it's just doing some light yoga or anything, or if you'd like to do it by yourself in your own home, or maybe go for walks or something. Do something physical. Okay, and set some time apart, set some time aside in your daily life, in your daily routine, for some physical activities. Another message which I'm getting is that if you find that there is pain in your back or in your spine, or if you just have a lot of discomfort in that area, try some stretching exercises, try some stretching poses. But obviously, if you are suffering from any health issue, consult your doctor, consult your physician before you do any of those activities. But stretching is a thing, stretching is a word which is coming to my mind. I'm hearing stretching, and I'm hearing activity, going forward, stretching, so that the energy can flow freely in your body. I almost feel like the energy is being stuck at certain places in your body right now, that being the solar plexus chakra. Okay, so spirit is telling you to incorporate some activity, incorporate some light stretching maybe, so that energy can flow smoothly in your body. Okay, so let's take a look at your animal cards. So you have the Snake Spirit, time to heal. Squirrel Spirit, believe in yourself. Oh, how adorable. So you see, you had 5 fives and you have 57 here. Double 5 and 57. So together they make 555. And 555 is again the number of change. Okay. And 7 is the number of creativity, of spirituality. 555s are definitely coming into focus for me. And they're telling me that there is the need to incorporate some changes in your daily routine, into your daily life. It's time for change. And I'm not surprised. Like Jupiter is also going to enter your 8th house of your 6th house of fitness, of everyday life, of health, of diet and everything. So if you're not taking care of yourself, you might be going through some health issues, and it's not to scare you, it's just so that you can start incorporating those changes into your life right now. Okay, so it's time to heal. So if you feel that, again, no, but that's not the message which I'm getting. I'm getting the message that, you know how snakes shed skin? Yeah, I'm definitely getting the message that it's time for you to shed skin right now. It's time for you to let go of the old you and step into a new you. Step into the new way of being, where you believe in yourself, when you are aware of your own capacities and capabilities, and where you use your energy for your own benefit, and where you are treating yourself in the best possible way. Because the squirrel will go and collect nuts and stuff for themselves, right? The squirrel doesn't go distributing the nuts to others. I mean, there are stories, but that's not the story which is coming to my mind. So it's time for you to take care of yourself. It's time for you to shed this old skin and step into a new way of being. Hey, so let's check how you can connect with the Venus energy which is happening right now. Burning bowl ritual. Look at the stars. I feel like, you can do this practice because Sagittarius, you are a fire sign. So you can just take a burning bowl, or just have a candle or something, or take all precautions. But the message which I'm getting is like, yeah, have that element of fire in front of you. You can just take a candle for your own safety. I mean, whatever works for you, and you'll know it best. You can take the candle, so basically the fire, and you can imagine, you can visualize all your negative habits. You can make a list of all the negative habits as well, the habits which you think are dragging you down, the habits which you think are dragging you down and stopping your own growth and development, the things which are not giving you wings, the things which are dragging you down. And it's time for you to write those you can write those bad habits or the things which you would like to get rid of, and then you can burn that piece of paper. Do it as many times as you want, and visualize when you're burning the, you can also write one habit which you don't like and which you would like to change in one piece of paper, and just burn that in fire, and at the same time visualize that that habit is going away with that burning, that you're burning away that habit, that it is going out of your life and you are no longer in that energy, that energy is out of your life. Okay, and that is just a small message which I was getting. Look to the stars. So if you like star, no, it's about, I feel like it's about traveling, because Jupiter is here, right? Jupiter is in your 6th house, so maybe you can go on some walks at night. Obviously take care of your own safety and only go on walks if it's safe for you, but even if it is like on the terrace of your own building, and you can just look at the stars. So I feel like daily taking a look at the stars, taking a look at the night sky might actually replenish your soul more than you can imagine. Okay, so that, my dear Sagittarius, was your reading. If you like this video, if this resonated with you, do give this video a like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe for more videos like this. And if you like longer form of content, then I have a May pick a card reading up on my other channel, so take a look at that if you'd like to, and I'll link the video down in the description below. Thank you for watching. I'll see you the next time. Bye. Hello my dear Capricorn, Sun, Moon and Rising. Welcome to your readings. If you're Capricorn, Sun, Moon and Rising, the Taurus season is activating your 5th house of fun, of creativity, of passion, of pleasure, of children, and just letting your inner child out. Okay, so before, like when I was pulling the cards for you, all of a sudden I started feeling this discomfort on my shoulders. Okay, I started feeling this sense of heaviness, and I have a day job where I constantly have to be on computer, and it makes sense, but then I was not realizing this discomfort before your reading. So I feel like this is something which is very significant to you. So my dear Capricorns, at this time you might be feeling a lot of discomfort in your body. Maybe there's a lot of stress and there's a lot of pressure on your shoulder. Okay, you feel like you're carrying a lot of responsibility or having to carry a lot of weight on your shoulders. There's a sense of responsibility which is coming to my mind, and the need and feeling the need to do something because it's what you need to do, it's something which is your duty and stuff. But what Spirit is telling me is so beautiful, that this month is time for you to slow down. Okay, this month is time for you to connect with nature, connect with earth, connect with your own inner child, connect with your own inner nature, and do the things which you love doing. Do the things which you don't just do out of obligation or duty. Do the things which nurture your soul, and do the things which water your soul and makes your inner child come alive. Okay, so if it's like reading books for you, fantasies, go ahead and do that. If it is creating a piece of art, do that. If it is just drawing, do that. Whatever it is, whatever lets your inner child out, do that. It's time for you to take a small break. And I don't mean that you need to stop working like completely. No, you don't have to do that. All you have to do is just take some time out in your daily life and connect with your inner child, connect with that deep sense of fun, of pleasure and happiness, of carefree attitude for some time. At least take some time out for that, just that, in a day. Okay, do the thing which you love doing because you love doing those things. So it's not all about work this month for you, my dear Capricorns. It's also about pleasure and having fun and letting loose and letting your inner child out. Okay, so let us take a look at the tarot cards which I have for you. So you have Death, letting go. You have Works, Three of Pentacles. You have the Wheel of Fortune. Love that. I'm going to pull another card because whenever the Wheel of Fortune shows up for me, I normally pull a card. Okay, so let's see what the Wheel of Fortune is bringing for you. And I'm going to straighten the cards up in a bit. So if that's bothering you, I'm sorry. Yeah, so I think we have our card. The Priestess. Love that. Okay. that's great energy. You have 3 major arcana cards. So this is definitely a very significant month for you. Okay. Yeah. So what it's telling me is that there is that need to let go of certain things. There is that need to let go of the things which you think you are doing alone, okay, or the things which you have to do alone. So Spirit is telling me is that the things which you think you're creating, or the things which you are working on creating, you are not doing it alone. That's the message which is coming to my mind. You are not doing it alone. You are actually in co-creation with Spirit in doing those things. So the things, the inspirations, the desires that you have, they're not just your desires, they are also Spirit's desires. And Spirit is telling me that they will help you. They'll help you see your visions, your dreams into fulfillment, into that big grand image of how you visualize them. They will help you, okay, because you see the 3 of Pentacles does turn, and the 3 of Pentacles are turning, and you got the Wheel of Fortune, and with the turn of the Wheel of Fortune you're going to land to the Priestess card, where you are more in tune with your divine self, where you're more in tune with your higher self, and you're channeling more, and you're more intuitive, and you're more intuitively guided, and you're more aligned. But in order to do that, you have to let loose, because the thing is, there is this huge scary person, skeletal figure in the front. The only figure which I can see is this and the bird here. So I almost feel like it's that sense of elevation, that sense of having fun, and that sense of letting loose and dancing with life and moving your body with life and having fun, just being in the moment, right? And doing maybe dancing, because well, it seems very carefree, and maybe that's not something which you would normally do, but Spirit is telling you to do just the things which you would not normally do, out of the fear of judgment, out of the fear just because maybe you were told of in the past, or just you thought like dancing that way is silly. Okay, so Spirit is definitely telling you to do those silly things, because when you do that, the wheels, the cogs which are feeling kind of stuck, the weight which you're feeling on your shoulders, they actually lift up, they actually go up, and the wheel starts moving in a more smoother way. And with that, you are able to come into this place of alignment, where you're more centered, where you're more aligned, and things are easier for you. And it's almost like you are creating, you see how there's this prosperity and abundance all around, but the Priestess is not doing anything too mechanically. This Priestess is not exerting a lot of force in this. The Spirit, it's almost like she is co-creating with Spirit. She is taking the help of Spirit, and she is channeling all the divine power and co-creating with Spirit to see her dreams into fulfillment. She is creating everything into fulfillment just by channeling, just by coming into alignment. Okay, so let's take a look at the animal totems which I have for you. So you have the Wasp Spirit. Sometimes life stings. Ouch. And you have the Snake Spirit. Time to heal. Okay, oh my god, you see something? Yeah, 6 and 4 together. 6 and 4 together also make 10, and then this is the 10th card, the Wheel of Fortune. So this again is drawing awareness, drawing your senses to this particular card. So with sometimes life stings, what it's telling me is that you might feel that you're facing a block at this particular time. Okay, like maybe you have come upon a block. There is some sort of block which is there, and you're just not able to move. Okay, there is just this wall, and you just want to do something, but then you're constantly getting stopped. You're constantly getting halted in the process on the way, and you're just not able to do the things which you would want to do. But Spirit is telling me with the Snake card here is that Spirit is asking you to flow with Spirit. When you feel blocked, when you feel restrained, when you feel stuck, it just means that right now is not the time. It's not time yet. You need to wait a while, because you see, so the snakes shed their skin when the skin has become too small for them to grow anymore. So their body grows, but the skin does not, which is why snakes shed their skin, so that they can grow more. So right now I feel like it is that same shedding which is happening for you. Okay, it's that same shedding which is happening for you. You're letting go of a lot of things. So Spirit is telling you to trust the process. Trust the process. You're not late. You are never late. You are exactly right on time. And just trust that wherever you're being led to is the place which is the best for you, where you were meant to be. Okay, so there is no sense in fighting this block which might be showing up at this particular time. There is no sense on that. It's time for you to flow. It's time for you to flow with the time. Okay, it's time for you to trust the wheel of fortune, because it is turning. It is turning, but right now you are at this place where you just have to enjoy the process, where you just have to learn to enjoy the process, and that will prepare you for the future, where you can come into alignment and just channel that force of art. Okay, so let's check how you can connect with the Venus energy. You have clear your energy field. So with that, I'm definitely getting that movement energy. You see how it almost looks like a skin? So it's telling me about that movement, and movement in where you are not doing anything. So if you're not focusing on your childlike, trust the flow, you're being divinely guided at this particular time. If you find a block, it's just blessing, and it's just telling you to slow down and enjoy life for a while before you can move forward. Okay, thank you for watching. If you like this video, to give this video a like, leave a comment down below and subscribe for more videos like this. And if you like longer form of content, I have a May pick a card reading up on my other channel, and I'll link the video in the description below. Thank you for watching. I'll see you the next time. Bye. Hello, my dear Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome to your reading. So, if you're Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, then this Taurus season is activating your 4th house of home and family, and that is amazing energy. And Taurus there is such a nice homey energy. I love that for you. Okay, so there is an extra focus on your home life at this particular moment. Okay, with Mercury going retrograde in your 4th house, so there could be some of those changes which might be creeping up around your home life. Maybe you're shifting, maybe you're moving homes, maybe there are just some conversations which you're having with your family members about certain things, about how to fix certain things, and maybe these are some conversations which you have avoided in the past, but now you're having those conversations with Mercury going retrograde in your 4th house. Okay, so you have luxury, 4 of Cups, love that. Okay, you have the Aeon, and you have pleasure, 6 of Cups. So I definitely see that this is a very nice comforting energy for you. Okay, you're enjoying your home life, and there's a lot of pleasure which is happening. There's a lot of pleasure going around your home. And with the luxury card here, I feel like there's an abundance of wealth, there's an abundance of prosperity, there's an abundance of happiness, and it's almost like your family members and you along with the family members, you're giving and receiving. There's an equal give and take. You're giving your family members a lot of love and a lot of understanding, a lot of faith, a lot of maybe go for picnics or whatever, right? And dragonfly spirit, truth transcends illusion. I don't always take what is given here in the description of the card, but with this dragonfly spirit, I feel like your family members, you all are going above. It's almost like you're elevating, your lifestyle is elevating, and there's a lot of abundance, prosperity which is coming into your home. So your lifestyle is improving, you're getting more luxurious items in your home, maybe you're hiring a maid to clean around the home. I mean, like, I see an upgrade happening around your home life. Okay, then you have music, and this is how you can connect with the Venus energy that is going on right now, and massage. If you're doing some major renovations around the home by yourself, take care, give yourself some massage, and take care of your own physical health, take care of your own physical abilities, and take care of your, like, if you obviously like go for a massage. So with the massage card, what I'm getting here is that activation of lymph nodes, right? So I mean, like, you can always get a massage from professionals and get those lymph nodes activated, and maybe you can also learn how to give yourself a massage. Maybe you can give each other a massage, a nice foot rub or something, your husband or your wife or your partner, whoever you're sharing your home space with. If you're not sharing with anyone, you can always go and get a professional massage from someone, get a massage from a professional. And yeah, like, there's this thing to do with the flow of energy. With the massage card here, I feel like it's definitely important for you to ensure that the energies are flowing around your home, like around your body, which is also the home to your soul. And it is important for you to ensure that the energies are flowing properly, that the energy is flowing through the lymph nodes properly. So there is an activation of lymph nodes, which I see as a recommendation. And music, play some nice music around your home. Okay, it's like when you're doing some chores, like, you can always play music and pretend to be having fun. Remember how as kids we used to, like, we would love, like, when we saw adults doing the chores, and we would be like, I wish I could grow up and do those things. Now maybe as adults we don't really enjoy doing those things anymore. So bring in that element of fun, bring in that element of peace, of prosperity, bring some music in your in your home. Play some music, play some nice meditative music, or just some nice music which you all can enjoy together. Also, what I'm noticing here is that master number 22. Yeah, so that definitely talks to me about your spirit guides being present in your home right now. Okay, there are a lot of spirit guides who are coming to your home right now, and they are actually purifying the energy around your home. They actually purifying the energy around your home, which is why the energy is moving so smoothly around your home. There's a lot of communication which is happening. There's a lot of peace and prosperity which is coming into your home. So that is why you are also getting that message to purify your own body, to purify your own body and ensure that the energies around the body are also moving smoothly. So that, my dear Aquarius, was a very short reading for you. If you like this video, if this resonated with you, do give this video a like, leave a comment down below and subscribe for more videos like this. And if you enjoy longer content, then I do have a pick card on the month of May up on my other channel, and I'll have linked the video in the description below. Thank you for watching. I'll see you the next time. Bye. Hello, my dear Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising. So if you're a Pisces, Sun, Moon or Rising, then this Taurus season is activating your third house of siblings, your neighborhood, of your communication, of your learning, like local learning about your neighborhood, which is like close by, things which are in close proximity. Like the ninth house is the distance learning, ninth house is distance travel, but the third house rules the travel which is around the neighborhood, the travel which is around the area, the local area within the same state maybe. Okay, so there could be some of that focus on communication with your siblings, with your neighbors, and with Mercury going retrograde in your third house. So I definitely see that there could be some communication issues which might be creeping up with your siblings if you are living together. Like there could be some power struggles with your siblings where you are like maybe getting on each other's nerves. But again, with Mercury retrograde, if any issues are coming up, it also means that there will be an ease, there will be a resolution found at the end of this. Okay, like you'll be able to come to a conclusion, you'll be able to come to a resolution and understanding regarding any and all issues which might be creeping up right now. Okay, so let us take a look at the tarot cards which I have for you. So you have the Devil, you have the Wheel of Fortune, nice, and you have the Lust card. Wow, so you have three major arcana cards. I definitely see a lot of resolution, a lot, like you're communicating very effectively around your home, you're communicating very effectively around your neighborhood. Like you are becoming a very effective communicator as a result of this Mercury retrograde. Like the Wheel of Fortune, I almost see you with the Wheel of Fortune letting go of the fears and the past and the insecurities which made you put your opinions down, which made you not express stuff, which made you suppress your emotions and your feelings, and maybe where you didn't feel so comfortable communicating up until this particular point. But now, and I guess it makes sense since Jupiter is also moving into your third house of communication, I see that you are actually taking a more active role in communication. Instead of shying away from communication, it's almost like you're going out and you're making yourself heard, you're making yourself be heard, you're expressing your own opinions, you are communicating effectively. And because you're taking the power in your own hands, and because you are not taking no for an answer, you are being heard, and as a result of that, you are releasing the fears around communication, you're releasing the fears around not being heard. So I'm also getting a feeling that some of you might even be like the middle child who is like always ignored, and always the one who is never listened to, the one who is always ignored, and kind of like the wallflower. So at this time, I see you breaking out of the molds, breaking out of those previous molds and stepping into power, taking the charge, taking the control in your own hands, and taking control and communicating more effectively. And I love that for you, my dear Pisces. So let us take a look at the animal totem cards which I have pulled for you. So you have Parrot Spirit, watch your words are, and Rhino Spirit, overcome any obstacles. So of course it makes sense that you got the Rhino Spirit with the Devil and the Wheel of Fortune and the Lust card here. So you're definitely taking charge and you're definitely taking control, and as a result of that, you're overcoming obstacles. You're overcoming obstacles where before you were not seen, where before you were ignored. Now people are hearing you, people are seeing you, you're being noticed at this particular time. Okay, and with the Parrot Spirit, I definitely see that you're finally communicating, you're expressing pulsing, and because of that, it's almost like it's giving you wings. You're able to fly, and you're able to be noticed, and you're heard. Your inner child is finally going through that healing where before it was not heard properly. Now it's being heard, and so as a result of that, your throat chakra is opening up, and that's such a great energy for you. So you have So for how you can connect with the Venus energy, you have connect with your ancestors. Ooh. And you have beauty ritual. So yeah, this like beauty ritual, you can paint your nails, do whatever you want to do, get a massage, get a facial done, get your hair done, whatever you want to do, because you are stepping into power. So whatever makes you feel more empowered, do that. Do that. Whatever makes you feel more you, whatever makes you feel more you. I'm almost getting the energy that you're coming out of the closet, coming out from behind the curtains, and you're taking a more center stage. And now you're no longer afraid of being seen, you're no longer afraid of being judged, and you're no longer afraid of being seen for who you are. You're expressing yourself truly, and because you're doing that, your siblings are also suddenly have this newfound admiration, respect for you. Love that. Okay, and I was just taking a look at the camera timer, and the time was 5:55, so that's definitely talking about the change. And so you might also be seeing a lot of synchronicities around you. Okay, so for connect with your ancestors, you can obviously engage in some ancestral works, and you can pay some tribute to your ancestors. You can offer some flowers to the grave, or you can just offer some flowers to your ancestors in the altar which you might have. Okay, and if that is something which calls to you, if that is something which is making sense to you, and if that is something which resonates, look up resources of how you can connect with your ancestors. Maybe ask your parents of how they have maybe connected with their ancestors. But also, I'm getting such a beautiful message here that your ancestors, like your ancestors, you might feel that your ancestors are gone, but the thing is, they have left their blueprint, they have left their own unique mark in your own DNA. So sometimes all you have to do to connect with your ancestors is look within yourself, tap into your own heart chakra, because the blueprint, that is the direct channel to your ancestors, and that is how you can connect instantly and get that communication, get that line cleared to your ancestors, and get answers from your ancestors almost immediately. So I'm also getting a feeling that there could be one or two particular ancestors who are wanting to connect with you right now. Yeah. And so, and I'm also feeling that it's not someone who you think it is someone else. Interesting. Let me just pull a card to see who this ancestor might be, who might be wanting to connect with you at this particular time. So who is the ancestor who is trying to connect with my dear Pisces, my Pisceans? Okay, so we have a card. So you have the Prince of Cups. I'm almost getting the message brother, or brother of your father, or brother of your mother. And I'm also feeling like you are also here, and somehow they see you going through the same struggles which they went. You're here and you're going through the struggles, and you're following the life patterns which they had to go through. Some of your struggles are very much the struggles they had to go through as well. So it could be someone who who you have never connected with, who you have never communicated with in their physical state. Like they were by the time you grew up enough to understand, like maybe by the time you were 1 or 2 years old, they had already passed, they had already moved on to the next realms. Okay, they have already crossed the veils by that time. And maybe they passed away in an accident. It could be a car accident, it could be a plane crash or an automobile crash, where maybe they were kind of distracted while they were driving. Yeah, I'm almost getting the feeling that they are someone who passed away in a plane crash. Okay, sorry. I know this took an entirely different angle, but then this wanted to come through, and I'm sure it won't resonate with everyone because these are generalized readings, and so I cannot go too specific. But this is one of the energies which want to come forward. So I don't know anything around, like whoever comes into your mind as soon as you saw this card is the person, is the ancestor who wants to connect with you at this particular time. Okay, so that, my dear Pisceans, was your reading. It took a very wild angle. Okay, thank you for watching. If this resonated, if you like this video, do give this video a like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe for more videos like this. And if you enjoy longer form of content, I have a May pick a pile up on my other channels, and I'll link the video down in the description below, so feel free to check that out. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you the next time. Bye.